Hi my friend, this is Celestia. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. In today's reading, we're going to dive into your November and see what's going to happen and what you can expect. In this reading, I'm structured into 5 parts. We're going to first look at the overall energy for your November, and then your personal life, your love life, your career, and your money and finance. Again, I'm using John Holland's Psychic Tarot Oracle deck for this reading, and for each sectors, I'm going to pull 2 cards unless I need a clarifier to get clarity on what is going on in that particular sector. As always, you will have 3 piles to choose from. Look at these 3 images and see which one resonates with you. If none of these images resonate with you, then think of number 1, 2, 3, and then scroll down to the description box, click on the correlated timestamps. That will be your reading. And I will see you at your reading. Hi Pile 1, if you pick this image, this is your reading. For your overall energy, November is actually going to be a prosper month for you in the spiritual sense and the material sense. You will have this fulfillment from both areas of your life. It is a time for you to celebrate. You will have a sense of peace and calmness. You might feel like your problems suddenly disappear. They resolve themselves. You may receive sudden bonus, promotion, or raises, good news, prosperity, balance, harmony. And you might be celebrated by other people. You may go on to a tour, even going to a really beautiful property to visit, where you're really impressed by the environment that you are in. It might be a time for you to acknowledge all the achievement that you've received by working in a group. And I also see that the universe wants you to continue practice your generosity and gratitude and compassion so you can keep the prosperity in all areas of your life flowing. Because know that the universe is about circulation. The energy is always circulating, including money. Everything is energy. And it's about circulation. It's about giving and receiving. When you are receiving those gratitudes from other people, remember to give other people your gratitudes and be generous of it. So you can create more space for more of the prosperity that's coming your way. Along with the good news, I also see that there might be people, situation, or things in your surrounding that's not how they appear to be. There might be people who are deceitful. Some people may be jealous of your achievement. They may be two-faced. They tell you one thing, but at your back, they say not pleasant things about you and they lie to you. They try to copy you, almost feel like, for example, you're taking an exam. There might be people seeking for your answer because they know that you have the perfect answer. You're better than everybody. So be careful of people, situation, or the contract that you're signing. And do your due diligence, because some people or situation may not be fully disclosed. They may hide things from you. You definitely want to know the in and out before you sign a contract in November. There might be people who want to steal your idea or even physical things. You need to be prepared. Always have a plan B. The universe is on your side, but it's always good to be careful, and it is better to be safe than sorry. For your personal life, you may feel a sense of being trapped by your own fear, by your own limiting beliefs. And this is a month that you face those beliefs head on to see which value are mine to keep, which value I don't resonate with anymore. You may even recognize that because you are interacting with other people, maybe you're expanding your new friends group, you realize that some people's beliefs don't resonate with you. And it might bother you quite a bit, even get you stressed or anxious. This is time that you should seek for help. You can watch YouTube video. There are all kinds of topics here. You can go find the actual therapist and talk about your issue. Get a coach who in line with your value and can shape your thinking to your desired shape and form. You are encouraged to ask for help and don't trap yourself. Know that you have the strength, you have the knowledge, you have the courage to take actions. You are stopping yourself. It's not your circumstances. Even though you may feel that way, know that it is all in your head. I'm sorry to say it that way, but literally I see this man holding his hand and feeling defeated, but he's not being cuffed. He can stand up and walk. He can open the door and walk to a new direction and leave his circumstances. It's all your choice. This is a month where your situation, circumstances will push you to face your fear, to face yourself, and to find your shadow and light. The reason I encourage you to seek help and to speak about your issues, because we know that everything is energy, and when we hold those stress and anxiety in our body, the disease become disease. You might be one of those people, which I have a lot in my life. I was like that way too, that you don't see your true power. You don't see how other people see you. Other people may perceive you as confident, as capable, intelligent, and lucky, but you don't see yourself that way. And it is because you have however long of your entire life of history, and you have that image of you maybe as a teenage girl, maybe have a 5 years boy, but you're stuck. Versus the new people you meet in your life, they just see you as the current you. They don't know all the history. Actually, you are confident, you are capable, you are smart. Universe will bring you those circumstances because you got number 13 transformation. This card is equivalent to 13, the death card in traditional tarot. There will be sudden event happening in your life, sudden changes that push you to recognize, to face yourself and reshape your life. This is out of your control. Maybe you have been resisting change. Maybe you have been pondering around your own weakness and complaining for a while. This is literally universe is like, this is enough, part one. We need to make a change, and I'm gonna help you. And this change is gonna be sudden. It's gonna be a surprise, but it is to push you to the new direction that you're meant to be on, to start a new beginning. So you are not so stagnant anymore. Because feeling weak or feeling powerless, helpless, it's not gonna help you any longer. You've been there. It's time to make a difference. It's time to take action. Now let's move to your love life. With your love life, part one, I see that you are not going to be alone. If you're single, you're definitely dating. If you're dating, you're going to date. I see that in November, you are going to so connected to your sexuality, to your emotion, to your creativity, and to your desire. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. There are a lot of growth in knowing your own emotions, and maybe you are even working on self-developing in this area, whether it's your relationship or just love in general, that you are so in tune and so ready. You might suddenly become a magnet of love, of affection. You may find that people start flirting with you out of nowhere and you start getting a lot of attention. And this is because the work that you've put in have been paying off. You're gonna be so good at expressing what you want. And your message is sending such a high vibration to the people that you are attracted to. You might be learning about how to date. You might be learning about yourself and realize that, for example, oh, I'm a feminine energy. So being a feminine energy, meaning you're going to express your feelings, your emotions, and communicate from your heart. You're going to listen, you're going to nurture, and you're going to receive. You're the spiritual pillar in that relationship that you are in or you're going to be in. On the other hand, if you're the masculine energy, you're going to be the man in this relationship. You're going to stand true to your power. You're going to be motivated. You're going to take action. You're going to communicate from I think. And you're going to ask your partner, how do you feel? I see a lot of growth in your relationship. And I also see that for a while, you've been putting effort in growing your relationship or learning about yourself. And November is a time that you are called to be patient. You've said the right thing, you've done the right thing. And November is a time where you're just waiting for the result to come to you. And you don't have to do anything extra. I think you have set everything correctly. You've set the foundation. Everything is in motion now. And now you just need to wait. and know that it's all a choice. You are not the victim of anybody's opinion or your own fear. As long as you stay open-minded, you follow your intuition, and you trust the process, it's going to be okay. The relationship is going to be successful with whatever decision that you end up deciding. Even when you get that dream relationship that you always crave for, remember to be consistent. If you choose to be feminine, stay in that energy. If you want to become more of a leader in the relationship, communicate with your partner. Everything can be worked out as long as you communicate. So November is going to be an exciting time for your love life because I see that you're not alone. You're going to do great, part one. Now let's move to your career sector. In your career sector, I see that you might feel tired. You might want to take a break, especially at the beginning of the month. You might make decision that's against the popular beliefs. You might have self-doubts of the decision or the direction that things are going. However, if the things are not going well, you may even end up deciding to leave, to walk away from the deal. Universe's message for your situation is that it is okay. If no one's winning, especially if you're bleeding or you are losing in the situation, don't blame yourself. Don't seek out revenge. Don't be deceitful. Just leave. It is totally okay. Most importantly, this is the opportunity for you to learn. Don't draw in those negative emotions. Know that whatever emotions we carry, we will attract more of it. Don't they say where attention goes, energy flows? So if you're vibrating at a lower energy, that's what you're going to attract too. We want to be conscious about where our energy is going towards, where our attention is going to. There are plenty of shadow. We don't have to purposely be the shadow. At the end of the day, love trumps everything. Failures are opportunity to learn, and you are learning and you are growing. You will know what's not going to work. So it is totally okay if you want to walk away. And towards the end of the month, I see that everything will become a full cycle. You will see the full picture as if the cycle is complete. You might even celebrate because I see that through the whole thing, you've grown a lot. You've gained wisdom. You've gained knowledge. In Chinese, we have this saying called 塞翁失马. The direct translation is Mr. Wang lost a horse. The story goes, once upon a time, there's a Mr. Wang and he raises horse for a living. One day he lost a horse and his neighbor came and gave him their condolence, feel sorry for him. And Mr. Wang said, it may not be a bad thing. A year later, the horse returned, and the horse didn't return by itself, but with a whole pack of horses. Apparently, the horse met another horse and they mated. Now they have a bunch of baby horses. So Mr. Wang gained a bunch of horses, and his neighbor came back and saying, congratulations, you got so many horses now. And Mr. Wang said, this may not be a good thing. A couple of days later, his youngest son hopped onto one of the horses and fell off the horse. As a result, he broke his leg and couldn't walk anymore. His neighbors came back again saying, we're so sorry that your son broke his leg. But Mr. Wang again said, this may not be a bad thing. A few months later, the war broke out, and the government required all men over 18 years old to join the war and fight for the government. And because Mr. Wang's son's legs were broken, he doesn't have to go to war. So kind of saved his life. The moral of the story is there's silver linings for everything. Even with the previous defeat, loss of a deal, it might be because the universe is actually protecting you. Remember that every rejection is universe protection. That situation is not good for you. It's happening in your career sector, and that is okay. You are learning a lot, and I see that because you get number 21, the universe, which is equivalent to the world card. This is a major chapter closing in your career, but it also means that something new is coming your way. Last but not least, let's look at your money sector. With your money, there is a mental conflict. I see that you have not been moving forward. It's been hard for you to make decisions. Maybe it's about investing your money because the stock market I don't know what the stock market is doing recently, or because you want to buy a house, but the interest rate is high, the inflation is high, the price is high, the inventory is low. It's hard for you to make a decision and you feel stagnant. You may have self-doubt, maybe you just got into the industry, but I see that you are aware of where you are in this process on money management. The universe's advice for you is that it's only until you make a decision and take action you can see the result. No matter if it's good or bad, you're going to learn your lesson, and it's a learning experience. Nobody wins every time. If you are going to bet on the market, there's going to be a risk. Either way, it seems like the universe is encouraging you to take action. This action may not be actually make that investment or buy that house. It might be to ask for advice, seek out experts' help. There are so many courses, again, on YouTube and everywhere. You can learn the skill that you don't have so you don't feel so stuck without taking the necessary action. And if you stay in this energy for too long, you might develop actual depression and it may affect your physical health. And we definitely don't want to do that. So seek help. This card is number 2. Number 2 to me is always implying partnership. Maybe talk to a friend, look for a partnership, and that's the direction that you're going to go to. Last but not least, for your money sector, you actually get number 4. It says foundations and achievements. This is equivalent to 4 of Wands in traditional tarot. With this card, I see that you deserve it. It's going to be great. You're going to have something that's worth to celebrate. Maybe you finally recognize a gain. Maybe you are harvesting some rewards. You've planted a seed before and now it's time to reap the fruits. There's something that's worth to acknowledge on your achievement on money sector, and you will celebrate it with your family and friends. It's also showing me that a couple things. You need to continue to stay open to receive, and there may be surprises coming your way. You might have been working really hard. Again, like maybe beginning of the month, you feel stressed and hard to make a decision. And then towards the end of the month, you finally say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. You make that decision and immediately you see the result because there's a rainbow on the card. Rainbow comes after the rains. So it makes me feel like it was rainy before. You went through some difficult times and now the storm has passed, the cloud is going away, and the rainbow is coming out. So it's a great time to acknowledge yourself. It can also mean that you actually going to make that decision to buy that land. Maybe because you finally get the cash that you needed. Maybe you have investor coming into the deal. Either way, at the end of November, you will feel much better of your money situation. And this is something that worth to celebrate for. So Padawan, this is what I have for you. I hope it makes sense. Let me know what you think. And I will appreciate it if you can like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment too. I will see you next time. Hi pal too. If you pick this image, this is your reading. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome too. You may know that I like to pull your card ahead of time and look through them and then deliver my message all at once. And here are 4 words I have for you to describe your entire November, which is pause, solitude, introspect, and reevaluation. This almost runs through all aspects of your life in November. Now let's look at them one by one, and we're going to separate them into 5 areas, which is your overall energy in November, your personal life, love life, your career, and your money. With your overall energy, I got spiritual strength and choose wisely. In November, you will have the opportunity to demonstrate your courage, your discipline, your stability, and your persistence. It seems like you've been working on something significant for a long time. It may be weeks, months, years, decades. I see that you are gradually growing old with your physical body, but your spirit is still holding on and is still working on it, and spirit is really encouraging you, saying that whatever your life purpose is, whatever you resonate with, you have to keep going at it, give it a final push. This is not a time to let go. This thing you've been working on may even been for a long time. You might have scarred from the battle, you may have hurt, but you did not give up. I'm really proud of you, Paul, too, because it demonstrates to me that you know who you are, you know what you stand for, and through this whole process, you have been on your spiritual path. This path led you to your spiritual path, and you are on your way to enlightenment. I also see that in November, you will experience some challenge, especially other people's opinion. They can be unrealistic, they can be unwanted, and people are being judgmental. They are giving you unsolicited advice. They may cause you stress and scattering in thought, and you are encouraged to meditate, to be on your own, to figure out your situation and make your choice. I see that you want to be free overall, but they are constrained in your situation. And maybe it's the society structure, maybe it's the culture you come from, or expectation from family, friends, but you are meant to make your own decision and move forward with whatever you decide on. No one can make that choice for you, and you don't have to listen to anybody, especially if those people are not educated in the area that you are considering, you're working on. If they have no idea, or they don't have the experience to do the thing that you are experiencing, or they're not the expert in that area. It's always good to consider people's opinion when they're expert, when they have experience, when they come from the place that you want to get to. But in general, people can only give you their own experience, and not everybody have experienced the things that you are going through. So pick your tribe carefully and surround yourself with powerful people who shine lights on you, give you good ideas, and help you navigate this situation. And stay away from the people who drain you and tell you you're not good enough, or they give you advice that really have no practical appliance to them. With your personal life, I see that you are going to be a bit emotionally withdrawn. Maybe you have been making a lot of efforts. Maybe you have been working really, really hard, but you might decide to leave something behind. This might be an old idea you hold on to, maybe the value you grew up with, maybe the tradition. You realize that something is no longer serving you. And during November, you're going to spend a significant amount of alone time with yourself. Sit with what you want, what you don't want, what you value and what you don't value. You're going to pause and reflect, and you're going to heal from this situation, whatever you're dealing with. You know this specific situation that you're dealing with, and you're going to restore your energy. This is about walking away from the past, from what no longer serves you, and take back your control and your power, and know that the universe is infinite. Number 8 is also the infinity sign. There's so much possibility. You are meant to use November to recall your passion, to gain clarity, to really sit with yourself. I also see that in your personal life, there are people, maybe family or friends, who are jealous of you, who are deceitful. They might even lie to you or not disclose full information to you for your benefit. They may want to outgame you. This is not a friendly energy, and you got to be careful. I see that in November, you are supposed to spend a significant amount of time by yourself and figure your things out. Honestly, the whole month, in all aspects of your life, for lack of a better word, this is a month that you are supposed to get your shit together. This is quite a transformative month. From the outside, it might look like nothing is happening, but you are doing so much inner work. Anyway, back to this deception and envy card. I see that some people are bullshitting you. They're not being honest and authentic, and they try to trick you and gain from you. Be careful of that. I don't know if you had been achieved quite a bit of success in your life already, but even when you are in solitude, even when you are doing the hard work to work on yourself, work on your soul, there's still people trying to gain advantage towards you. Like, why would these people do this? It's so not friendly and not a good use of their energy too. I think people recognize your power and You might feel a feeling of exhaustion, of tiredness in November because of all the effort you've already put into your life, the work. You probably have already achieved some level of success and recognition, and that's why you attract this energy. But remember that no matter what they do to you, stay true to yourself. Do the work that you are meant to do. When they go low, you go high. Try that. I hope you will be able to stay your vibration and not mingle with these people, because you don't have to. You have a choice to choose who you're going to spend your energy towards. Remember that where attention goes, energy flows. So focus on what you want to work on. Just let these people do their thing. Look up some protective meditation or affirmation to safeguard your energy, and don't let these people get to you. Maybe wear an evil eye on your neck or on your bracelet earring to protect you. Get some crystal jewelries to protect your energy. Now for your love life, consistent with the rest of the area, you will spend a significant amount of time on your own. I see you studying, I see you reading books to work on your relationship, to work on even how to communicate in a relationship. You're gonna speak your truth. You're going to communicate with so much more clarity than you ever had. You may even taking a course or reading a book about how to deliver your message better. For example, if you're a feminine energy, you might learn that you need to communicate from your feelings. For example, you would say, I feel happy, I feel sad because, and what do you think? Versus if you're masculine energy, you learn to say, I think I can do this. How do you feel? You're learning how to communicate from your energy. That's going to benefit your relationship. But on the other hand, you might withdraw from a situationship or relationship to work on yourself because there's a lack of contentment in this encounter, and you may want to pause, meditate, reflect, and reevaluate the whole situation and see if it really resonates with you. When it comes to love, it is about the quality of this relationship. It's not about how many lovers you have, not about the number of body that you go through. You will spend some alone time and figure this out. The good thing is after you work this out, you will gain the clarity and you will know so much more about yourself. I see that you know where you're going and you're not afraid of the shadow or the darkness. You always hold your light and you follow the star. And in this situation, this lamp might be your book, might be this book that you're reading or several books that you're reading. Either way, you are doing a lot of inner work. So keep going at it. At the end of the day, it's only when we know who we really are and what we value, we can find that person that resonates with our vibration. And this is what you're working on in November. With your career, I see that this is a very fundamental month. You are working on building the foundation of your career. I don't know, maybe you're starting a new company and you're putting everything into order, like doing the most fundamental things, like think about the vision and register the company, deciding the company structure, whether you want an LLC, S Corp, or corporation. You're doing something really basic, but it's very, very fundamental that's related to setting up the ground of the organization or your career. You're dealing with some of the practical issues on the survival base. For example, can I bring a constant stream of income to my business so I can pay my employee? Or what is the fundamental skill that's required to perform my job? Say you are a sales representative, so you will be taking courses to improve your communication and your sales skills. You're doing something that's very, very fundamental. It's like a must to your job. You might also deal with job securities. You may see layoff on your work. Like think of simple things like, can I afford rent for my office building? Because you get number 4, rest and rejuvenation rejuvenation. This can go either way. You might be facing a period of downsizing that passively make you have to take a rest and rejuvenate, or you can purposely actively choose to take a time off and reevaluate your career. You might have to face or come out of an emotionally or mentally taxing experience, for example, layoff, or dealing with struggle that's on a fundamental level related to the existence of this business. November is a time for you to heal. Meditation is gonna benefit you from all aspects of your life, including your personal life, your love life, your work, your career as well. You will take time off. Well, I guess you don't have to take time off. Even at work, you will take time to reflect how far you've gone. Maybe observe from a third-party perspective instead of so involved in the nitty-gritty detail of the day-to-day of this operation. Take a step back, see what you've done and how the day-to-day operation have caused you the stress that you're facing, and make structural change. Don't be afraid to ask for professional help. Involve an expert to come into your business and take a look at it, or take a course about how to feel grounded and how to navigate the day-to-day, how to grow your business, how to be a better whatever profession that you're doing. This is a time to invest in yourself, rest and rejuvenate, so you can come back elevated and motivated. Last but not least, we're going to look at your money situation. From your money situation, I see that there are some limiting beliefs and fear you have to work through. It is time for you to look into your shadow on your thinking around money. Do you have a poverty mindset? I know it's hard to hear, but I've noticed recently a lot of people actually think a certain way that's blocking their money. November is going to be a time you're going to be called to face your limitation and to look at what you have been avoiding. For example, I've had people say to me, I would never make X dollar amount of money because I didn't go to college, because I just simply don't know how, like my circumstances don't allow me to do it, or my parents were not rich, so I'm not going to be rich. This is trapped and limiting. Instead of saying, I aspire to make certain dollar amount of money, I don't know how, and I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to give my best and do my best and see how far I can go. You see, this is a very different mindset, and you are going to face your shadow, and you have both sides. It's just a split second of switch. Once you turn that on, you're going to switch your whole mindset and see the money flow to you. I know it may sound crazy. You're like, nobody's going to give me money out of nowhere. You don't know that. That is happening to people everywhere, every second. It's just not you. Well, if you are willing to make that shift, give it a try. You will become prospered because you shift your mindset. One of the really good books I've read that helped me is the Rich Dad Poor Dad. Take a look at that book. When I look at this card, you see one is bright, full moon, one is dark, the new moon. It also kind of reminds me of the Rich Dad Poor Dad. There's polarity in the situation, and that book really explained how people build wealth versus the working class get their 401k, retirement. I guess you can choose your lifestyle. If you're happy with having a regular 9 to 5 and work until your retirement and retire and then actualize your passion, go at it. But because you're at this reading, I feel like you have inspiration. You want to build something amazing. You get number 7, patience and planning. So I see that within the money sector, you want to gain prosperity. You want to make money. You will plant seeds, let go of the control and let whatever the investment sit there. You know, if you're putting investment in certain vehicle, the money's gonna grow over years, and supposedly down the road you are gonna reap the reward, but you have to be patient and wait. It's not gonna happen right away. It's not short-term trading, and you're not doing any of the options short and long. No, you're not doing any of that. I see that you want to do something that's long-term, that's steady, that require patience. So go at it. Take that course, learn the things you don't know, call in that energy of prosperity, doing the analysis, learn about the market, no matter what it is, doesn't matter what people say, oh, the market is bad, you shouldn't make a move. Okay, maybe it's not the right time to make a move, but you can still spend time right now to learn. So when the timing is better, you can take an action on whatever investment you want to make to help you harvest that financial abundance. With these cards, I also feel like in November, you're finally going to face your shadow. You're going to see the darkness or the limiting beliefs that you've been holding on to heads on. And the spirit is saying that it is okay to cry, to regret, to have all these negative feelings, to feel sorry for yourself, to feel bad for yourself because you missed a huge opportunity or you didn't start investing early enough. And remember that you don't have to deny your past. That's your past, and that's the lesson you're learning. You learn by experience, and you learn by feeling those feelings. And once you feel those sensations, those are the lessons. You don't have to redo them. Just start today, start right now, and do something new. Everybody makes mistakes. It's the one who can face them, learn from them, and grow from them that will win the whole game of life. Hopefully November is that kind of month for you. And with the patient and planning card, I see that it's a time that, again, even in this area, you're called to pause, to rest and assess the situation. Maybe you're thinking about investing in real estate, but you realize the interest rate is high, the inflation rate is high, the property value is really high too. You realize, oh, this may not be the perfect time to get into this, but don't worry about the timing. Don't spend too much time on your fear, but rather focusing on the light. The light is right now is the time to learn, to plant the seed, do as much as you can, go to seminar, go to workshop, do your fact-based analysis, and then plan for the future. Learn about what can go wrong. For example, again, if it is an investment, there's risk associated with it. Time to learn what kind of the downfall you may be facing in the future so you can plan for it ahead of time. Either way, this November is such a pivoting month for you. You're gonna spend so much time inward, learning about your relationship, your finance, strategizing your career, even the thing that's happening in your personal life. Maybe this is about family too. You're gonna carry through the month with your spiritual strength. This is a time that's testing you on your faith, how much you trust the universe, trust yourself to come out triumphant. This month, there may not be so much activity going on because you're so focusing on yourself, but know that this is such a important month. This is very significant, and be proud of yourself. Know that you've done the hard work to get to this point, and don't give up. How to. I hope this reading makes sense to you. I will appreciate that if you can leave me a comment, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pal 3. If you pick this image, this is your reading. If you have been watching my videos, you know that I like to pull the card ahead of time and then give you a concise, clear message. Now, if I were to summarize your energy in November, it will be powerful. You know who you are. You are purposeful all around. Now let's dive into your cards and the segments of your life one by one. It's going to be the overall energy in November, your personal life, love life, your career, and your money. With your overall energy, I see that in November, you're going to demonstrate your strength, your power, your confidence, your courage. You might run into some situation that require you to stand in your ground, to have compassion, to show generosity, even love. You may encounter love that just overall demonstrate who you are. And this is a month where emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, you are truly being yourself, showing your value. You have worked through the fear for failure, and you understand that everyone makes mistakes. You take full control of your identity. Even in front of obstacles, you see them as wake-up calls instead of internalizing thinking you're not enough. I also see that there is a strong emotional bond in November for you. This could be a life partner. This could be your business partner, this could be your best friend or family member, but someone is going to mirror your energy back to you. And from that encounter, which I think is a very positive encounter overall, which is highlighted in your November, this can be a lover or someone that you're dating, you are going to understand that the energy is about giving and receiving. There's a balance, there's a flow, and you're going to learn that your perception of how things are going, the situation, the person thought of you, is a reflection of yourself. For example, if this person loves you, you're gonna know that that's a reflection of yourself too. Maybe you love this person. If this person say this relationship is not working, you may have different interpretation of what is going on. Maybe you think this person is mean or they don't understand love. But that's your perception. That may not be what the other person is thinking at all. Maybe the other person is working on their own issue. They're identifying their own value, which is not resonate with yours. And that's why they think things are not going to progress. I'm giving you an example. It's not representing what is going to happen to you at all. The point is, what you perceive of the external is a reflection of your internal. Because if it is not already in your conscious or subconscious mind, you wouldn't even think of that possibility. So be careful when you feel like you're being judged or criticized, because it may not be the other person's intention at all. This happened a lot between woman and man's relationship, where the woman talk about what they think, talk about their opinion, and the man take it internally and misinterpret the situation as the woman think he's not good enough, or the woman want him to change, or criticizing him. But rather the woman is expressing an opinion, because women do that to each other all the time. I don't know if you've read the book Men Are From Mars and Women From Venus. In that book, it explained how men and women communicate differently. Our communication style is different. Be careful with that. But overall, I see that you are confident, you are actualizing your power, you are becoming the controller of your life. It's a strong energy filled with love and compassion. Now let's look at your personal life. I see that in November, you're going to stand in your power. You're going to tell yourself that I can. There's so much possibility, and you're motivated by action. Again, I'm seeing that you're confident, you know your self-worth. Even when people are challenging you, you stand up to your ground because you know who you are. You feel quite empowered. Maybe for the first time in a long time, you are in tune with your emotions, with your feelings, and even when you're facing rivals and competitions, you don't give up. You know, this is what I stand for. And because this is in personal life, I think this is about people challenging your value, what you stand for, your belief systems. And I see that you're being brave. You are true to your core beliefs, and you stand to your ground to defend what you believe and own it. You may have a unique belief system because of your upbringing, because you're from different cultures, you have diverse background, but know that this is a month almost like you're being tested on how faithful you are to your truth. And I do see that you are standing against the adverse energy and defending yourself successfully. And this is a time you're called to remain clear and focused on what you believe. Keep your eyes on the prize and don't get distracted by the criticism and the challenge that others opposed on you. There might be moments where you feel lonely, but I see that you are strong, you have motivation, you are here to create greatness. So know that the higher you go, the fewer people are left. Your value, your belief may be only held by a few people, and that's because you are closer to the top. Once you reach that 1%, no matter what you do, there are going to be fewer and fewer people. You might be a pioneer in what you believe, what you stand for. It might seem not as popular as what is going on in the society. You're called to stand your ground because you will gain follower. I know that this is not why you are doing what you're doing, but I do feel like once you're so firm, so confident in what you believe and speak it out and be the example, demonstrate it with your action, you will gain followers and people will want to learn from you. You have a lot to offer to this world through your personal charisma and power, Power 3. And stand in your ground and keep go at it. Keep your eyes on the prize and don't give up. What you are doing may be a long journey and it could be a hard-won battle, but at the end of the day, you represent a part of the consciousness that's necessary in the human world right now. Now let's move to the love life in November. I see two energies surrounding your love life. One is that there are a lot of passion. There's a lot of excitement. You may feel like you've met the person that you've been looking for. This person may bring so much joy, may bring tingling in your heart, butterflies, and you may be like, this is the moment I've been waiting for. I'm so grateful I met you. You may even experience a glow up from this encounter on your exterior. The question is, are you ready for this relationship? This relationship, even though it is exciting, it may not be what it looked like, because I do see a conflicting energy that there might be financial and material changes. And these changes are usually more of a negative change because it's represented by the 5 of Pentacles. It's more of a loss or challenging energy. So even though this person on the heart-to-heart level resonate with you, is everything you want in a partner, maybe this person is not financially stable in your standard, and it can bring conflict into your love life within yourself, because this card is represented by number 5, and number 5 is about conflict, it's about change. This is an experience that you're going to learn from, so you know what to avoid in the future. Maybe this is so passionate, you jump into the committed stage right away, but while you were dating and getting to know each other, you realize that your values don't really align, even though there are so much attraction and chemistry. This is one of the scenario, but there could be a chance that you guys can work this out, because I asked for a clarifier and I get number 2, the waiting game. This card is showing me that if you give it enough of time, maybe the two of you can work it out, be on the same page on your material and financial matters. It can also make me feel like it will send you to a spiral. You don't know what to do, and there might even be like internal conflicts, because I really like this person, but I have all these concerns as well, and you may spend a lot of time figuring it out. This is an open-ending situation. I see the energy is passion, excitement, joy, and open-heartedness and connection, but I also see the challenge. And this challenge, personal opinion, financial and material stability is important in a relationship, especially if you are aiming for marriage. So if that foundation is not there, there are a lot of things you guys need to work through on your value, on your future, on how you even see money. You can choose to work this out, spend time, take classes together, grow together, or you can also just enjoy the current moment and see how it play out. Either way, this is the energy I'm feeling for your love life. This is gonna be a learning experience nonetheless. So either way, you're gonna grow from this and be more clear of what's important to you, what value you hold dear. You may even be able to make up a list from most important to least important, what you want in a true partner that you will spend the rest of your life with. One of the tests I've read is the 10,000 meals test. Will you be willing to, or do you want to have 10,000 meals with this person? Do you have enough to talk about? Do you share similar interests? Do you hold similar passion? So think those things through and take your time in November. There's no reason to rush. This does require patience. And if you water the relationship and nurture it enough, maybe you guys will grow together and join force and figure that out. Yeah, this is what I see in your love life. And now we're moving on to your career. With your career, I see that your intuition is playing a huge role on your career in November than ever before. You are able to make decisions and get ideas or downloads through your intuition and through your connection with the spirit. You may see a lot of synchronicities or coincidence. You may hear about a location, a conference, an event, some names over and over again. You may hear words, phrase over and over again. You are called to look into those things and see if there's opportunity for you to grow your career. I also see with the balance card that there may be a requirement that you have to adjust your lifestyle so that you can accommodate your career, or you have to adjust your career to accommodate your lifestyle. Either way, you will make that decision. With the balance card, I also see that you will find that harmony, find that peace with your career. You're at a really good place with your career. You have all the tools, you have the network, you have the knowledge, you have the skill. Everything is under your control. It is time to have faith, to know that you are on the right path with your career. You are doing great. Also know that everything is playing out for a reason. There may be karma involved for things that you're dealing with. Remember to be fair. Don't need to take advantage of other people. Life is about give and receive. So as long as you are doing the right thing, universe will have your back. Be sure to make rational decisions and logical judgments. Be honest, be compassionate, be responsible at work. You are very, very capable and you are very mature. With this balance card, I see you as a leader. You are sophisticated, combined with intuition. You are the kind of people who lead by example. You don't lead by fear, and people follow you because they believe in you and they trust you. You have this nurturing energy. You just have this inner knowing that people look up to you for. And because the intuition card is number 2 and then the balance card is number 11, which also add up to 2, I do feel like in November you will be working with a significant partner to advance your career, to solve problems. And overall, the energy in November is calming. It's collaborative, and November 2nd may be important to you because I see those numbers and know that you have everything under control. So just go at it. I think you are at a really good place with work and you are out of flow. Do what you've been doing. You're doing great. Last but not least, we are looking at your money situation. And for your money situation, I see that you are coming out of a period of stress. You finally solve a huge financial issue, a problem. You're going to celebrate your victory and success. You're going to celebrate this completion of a project. You put in a lot of hard work and you have to fight through the darkness, the cloud to gain clarity on your own. You may have did a lot of effort on your own. You may also get help from other people. Either way, you will be celebrated by your community and people want to learn from you. Maybe you will start your own course. It is a joyful time. It is sun coming out after a dark period. You will have time to celebrate your success. But then on the other hand, towards the end of the month, you may want to spend time to rest, to rejuvenate, to spend time in the nature on yourself, to reflect what you've done, to almost review what you did right, what you did wrong, how you can do better, so you can come back after the holiday season to be better at what you've been doing. Clearly, you've been doing something really great that's worth to celebrate. You may even pay off your student loan, come out of a debt, clear your bad credit score. It is something that used to be negative and you were able to overcome. So congratulations, Pal 3. There are a lot of celebration you will experience in November. And this may not be loud party, but it is a sense of fulfillment, of contentment that you've put in the hard work in many aspects in your life. And this is a time to really enjoy the company of your friends and family, to really be in tune with yourself and know that you are powerful, you are guided, you are successful. It's like you've gone through situations that require you to demonstrate who you are. You did an excellent job for that. The universe is recognizing your effort, and yet there's still so much you're meant to conquer, you're meant to create in the future. You're in this great middle point. Allow yourself to take a break, rest, and breathe so that you can pick up the energy and create something better. Most importantly, I'm here to celebrate you because you know who you are. This is such an important aspect of this life journey that so many of us are struggling or trying to do. For you to get to where you are right now in terms of self-awareness and self-actualization, this is amazing work you've done, Paul 3. So congratulations. I hope you have an amazing November. This is what I have for you. If you resonate with this message or you enjoy this reading, please give me a thumb up, comment on this video. I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye.